People always ask the question, what is a democracy? And democracy has always been defined by a quotation from Abraham Lincoln, where he said, for, by, and of the people. But in the real sense, democracy is a system of government that comes through a transparent and credible electoral process, and that has within its components respect for fundamental rights, respect for the Constitution, respect for the principle of separation of powers, respect for judiciary, respect for law and order, and respect for the people. This is very important. And one of the problems we face as a country is that our electoral process has always been problematic in the sense that the theory has always differed from what is in the practice. If we have a political system that is being controlled, manipulated, and dictated by a few against the wishes of the majority, then what we have is more or less a modified form of military government. If we are going to save this democracy, everyone must do his bit. The political class must not hijack the democratic process. They must ventilate it and make it possible for people's votes to count. The people who are the electorates must also detoxify their minds and their greed. The idea of receiving money from politicians to vote is suicidal to our democratic process. A democracy where you have to pay money to win primary elections, you have to pay money to win the general elections, that is a threat to the democratic process itself. And then the electoral empire in the country must also perform its job responsibly and professionally. What we are having today in this country is that people are gravitating to the ruling party. Well, it is not the responsibility of the ruling party to stop people gravitating towards them. It's not the responsibility of the ruling party if people are moving towards them. It is the duty and responsibility of the opposition to make sure that they create the enabling and conducive atmosphere for the opposition to remain within their fold. If you can't get justice in the ruling party and you move to the opposition, you cannot also get justice there. Then the problem is that there will continue to be depletion of forces in the rank of the opposition, and that is not the responsibility of the ruling party. Well, there are a number of factors that makes people to leave the opposition parties. One is lack of internal democracy. When you have one person dictating who is going to be chairman of the party, who is going to be secretary of the party, who are going to be treasurers of the party, who are going to control the party, and also who is going to get the tickets of the party, then the opposition is not different from the ruling party. And it is sad and unfortunate that even to get the ticket to run under opposition parties nowadays is even more expensive than getting a ticket to run under the ruling party. So opposition is supposed to behave differently, supposed to act differently, supposed to operate differently, and they're supposed to be on a higher moral ground, on a higher professional ground, on a higher ground of respectability and responsibility. But where the opposition is becoming worse than the ruling party, then you will naturally have people going out of them. Now, if PDP has been enmeshed in a miserable, despicable, and suicidal crisis, a crisis that makes it impossible for people who are holding position to be sure of getting their next ticket. Where you have an opposition party that has almost 2 secretaries, where will you belong? You don't know where you will go and get the nomination form, and you don't know who is going to give you the ticket to contest elections. So naturally, people have to be very concerned about that. So the inability of the PDP to address its domestic problem led to the exit of many of its members. The same thing with the Labour Party today. And I believe that the judgment that says that internal positions in parties are internal party affairs only creates room for chaos. So, crisis within the opposition party is the major reason why people are leaving the opposition party, not necessarily the actual part of it. Take, for example, I am a first-time serving governor in the PDP, and I want to go for the second time. And my party is in crisis. So I don't know who is my secretary out of the two, and I don't know which of the faction I shall belong. So if I remain in PDP, and the time comes for me to get re-elected, the two people who are fighting will say I should come to them and get the expression of interest from. So where will I go? Where you have such kind of mortal division in the PDP, people are bound to leave. And I foresee the possibility of almost all the governors of PDP moving to the APC, especially the first time serving governor, not the second time. Because you can't get a ticket to contest in a party that is enmeshed in an intractable crisis. The governor of Delta State is a first-time serving governor, and he wants to go for the second term. And then he now goes to the headquarters of the party and see two offices of different secretaries, and also see that the leadership and the membership is divided between the faction of ATIKU and faction of Wike. What will he do? And if he picks one ticket and the other one goes to court, what will become of him? So this is what is likely going to happen. It's not the APC that people want a platform where it's stable. It's like now you have two vehicles, and one has an uncertain tires, and the other one's tire is okay. So which one are you going to go with? So that is why the deflection is more is going to be from the first time serving governor. And the same thing with legislators at the National Assembly. You are a senator, and you want to be re-elected, and your party is in crisis. So what do? The party that offers you the ticket or possibility of a ticket is where you are going to. So that is my own idea and observation on the matter.